Great evening, everybody. Welcome to Pro Clubs episode 15. I was just talking to Shimi about it. Episode 15 already. Wow, things are going quickly. We got with us tonight. We got Coach B, it's Bryce from Galacticos, the championship, and Seba from 123 Shooting from the Premiership. Okay, great, gents. Welcome to the show. I know we were speaking off air, and you guys have been watching the show. You know what it's all about already. And before we jump into a few things, one question, Seba, how long have you been playing pro clubs?
I think about 6 years now. Just something I've been jamming. I started off just with randoms, and then I got my friends to join and just been jamming with them for quite a while now.
And competition-wise, how long have you been playing league type pro club?
This is only my second time now because we started last year, and then second time now.
Okay, nice, 2 seasons. And yourself, Coach Bryce?
I've been playing from September 2019.
Okay.
Started off with Crew, and then we changed over to Task Force. Then I actually started Galacticos.
Okay, so 2 seasons in 1 season, really. Wow, that's great. So really, obviously, this shows you that the game's been growing, especially the pro club side of FIFA. I know that most of the guys play foot and that type of thing, but that's why we got you guys on tonight. New faces, new teams. Well, for Seba 123 Shooting's been around, but obviously he's running the show there now, which is great. So, okay, let's get to it. So 123 Shooting, Seba, how do you find the competition in the Premier League this season compared to last season? Because you obviously played last season. And what in your opinion is the dark horse of the league? I know you guys are sitting second on the log now. Quite happy about that. Seba?
I have to admit, it's quite tough. I think last year it was a bit tougher since it was new. It was a fun thing. Everyone was a bit down because we had to stay at home. So pro clubs was quite nice, and now competitively, we didn't take it too seriously last year. We just had all our mates, everyone join different positions each week. This year we've taken it quite seriously, somewhat. We haven't really been scouting every other team and playing friendlies every single day, because it's still a few mates still playing a couple games, scouting every other team and playing friendlies every single day. So I can't really give you information on dark horses or anyone, because everyone's been playing quite well. I have to admit, in the Premiership you see different strategies. We've come up against a couple of time wasters, buses being parked, and I think in Premiership you play more 10v whatever. There's a lot more players that you play against, which could be tough, and it could be easy depending on how the other team plays and all the communication that goes down.
So you, like everybody else, you check your opposition. You might pick out a tactics, sit a bit tight, or go counter-attack. But tell me, what made you want to take it more seriously this year? It's always like that, eh? And we all started like that. We all want to say, okay, let's have a jaw, let's play with our friends, and realize, okay, those guys are good, but we actually can compete. What made you take it more seriously?
I think it was just down to saying, okay, guys, last year it was fun. We saw what we're dealing with, and I guess we can't just go in on the day and be like, okay, guys, this is how we're going to play. This is who we're playing. And just, especially now in the Premiership, you have to check, okay, this is the type of tactics we're going to play. And if they counter, we have to counter immediately. And it makes it more fun. It's not robotic.
Yes. And I say to my guys all the time, it's fun playing, but winning is fun. And let's be honest, when you have a bad evening, it's like you can hear the side, I can feel it. We've spoken this many times on the show. Like, we're here to have a jaw, but at the end of the day, nothing but a smile on your face in the morning. You think, okay, cool, 2 goals and assists, that type of thing. Let's go with the Coach B. Coach B, I see your T-shirt there, you got your gear. Before I ask you guys, your social media is off the charts there. I see you got your gears and everything else. And I've been looking at your Twitter account, and very entertaining stuff. Whose idea was that? Or who's the IT fundi in your team there?
So basically, just the background of Galacticos is actually one of my soccer teams. I'm actual coach. Okay. So what we did during lockdown, we came together. The guys said, "Hey, let's take this thing more, competitive. Let's go for this." So I said, "Okay, I'll take my brand and I'll put it on." And then we would stream on YouTube and Twitch, and it would just be like normal. And then obviously my brother, his girlfriend is actually a graphic designer, and she designed everything for us, and we put everything together. My brother showed us how to use it, and then from there it just took off. I mean, the guys that I got, they bought into the idea of coming onto teams, being able to see each other. They enjoy it. It brings a vibe and it makes the guys enjoy pro clubs. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, the guys we got, is like the team's more like a brotherhood. We all get along, so it's nice to actually interact with each other while we're playing. See how the reactions. I mean, if you're having a tough night, you look on teams and you see how the guys, or you can see everyone's focused, which is nice to see, because then you don't want someone. I mean, we want to compete. We want to compete with the best. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want someone who's just slouching and just playing. No, we need to focus here. We want to play. We want to win.
So you're taking it a bit more serious, like Seba. You guys are starting to take it a bit serious. But it looks like you have so much fun with your video, your clips, and screaming and shouting. Yeah, it's awesome. I tell you what, after every week, I can check out your guys' account and have a look and see, hey, what's happening. And you get a lot of responses as well. See, Renegades have been chatting to you there on this.
Renegades, I mean, T4F as well. They come into our stream. So these guys that are actually buying into it and they're actually enjoying it. And I mean, it's good. It's good. I mean, we also want to try grow the community in whichever way we can.
Yeah, 100%.
If this is one of them, then hey, let's go for it.
That's great, because I mean, that's exactly what you're doing. You're growing it in your own little way, and it's quite exciting. So my question to you is, playing the VPG League and SA VPG, how do you find the experience? How do you find the VPG experience?
I think for us, I would have liked us to have joined last season, but obviously commitment issues. But now that we're here, I think we're really enjoying it. I think the guys that I got behind me, they really bought into our objectives for the season, where we want to go, what we want to do. And I mean, Wednesdays we come on and we just have a ball. We just have a ball. So the guys actually enjoy it, because I mean, it's nice to get together and actually play.
Nice. And who's your go-to guy in your team?
Who's our go-to guy?
Well, yeah, what's his PlayStation name? I want to know his name as well, because I know Seba's got a few good players in his team, but I know Jordan Leaf stands out there. Am I right, Seba?
100%.
No? Jordan Leaf there.
Yeah, it has to be Jordan. He sticks out for everyone. He keeps telling us that whenever we get into games, I always target him. So it's quite tough for him sometimes. Yeah,
because he made most of the team of the weeks last year. His name was all over the show. I mean, most assists. I know my team, Dropping Kings, we played against you guys already, and he set up the winner. Yeah. So when I saw him get the assist and the guys were getting, I said, Jordan Leaf. And I just laughed, because if you know the guy's name. So, Coach B, who's your guy that we should be looking out for in your team, your squad? I know you're not like singling guys. I know you're a coach. But let's be honest. Your teammates already know who that guy is. So just name him here for us.
I think for me, to be honest with you, I think with the style we play, the way we want to play, as much as we want to single out our attackers and say, hey, we go to this guy to give us something. For us, I think with regards to our tactics, the way we play the game, it's gonna have to go to my holding midfielder, which is Pele 93. I think he's our link.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to keep too much away. So
yeah, no, 100%.
We'll stop there. But I mean, as I said, I've got amazing guys behind me. I mean, our VPG, our attackers looking amazing. The way we're going forward, the way we're playing. So yeah, I mean, we enjoyed it, and I think to single out one is difficult, but the whole team. When the whole team comes together and they play well, then one day it's this player.
Yeah. And mentioning your attack, as you can see, your goal difference is a +17 on top of that.
And I mean, on Wednesday night we missed so many opportunities. I mean, if you look at our thing, I think we won 3-2, and those were last-minute goals. But during the game, we created too many opportunities, but we weren't taking them. But obviously, it was just one of those days. You know, you have those days where you got the opportunities, but you're not scoring. So it looks good because you created opportunities when you need to.
And Sebo, you guys, you've only played Premier League VPG. You haven't played Championship, 1, 2, 3 shooting. I think you guys came up, didn't you?
Yeah, we came up from the Championship. Yeah.
So like what Coach B was saying, what Bryce was saying is when they miss those opportunities, do you regret this? Do you get those opportunities again in the Premier League? Do you find there's a difference? In the Championship, you can get away with it. In the Premier League, can you get away with it?
I think last year in the Championship, I think every single play, it's a new chance that you can create. It was quite easy. We didn't miss a lot. And that's why we didn't finish where we wanted to finish. In Premiership, as soon as a chance comes, if you don't take it, you're gonna either lose or draw a game, which is tough. Which is why we did draw the one and lose the one, because we didn't take our chances. Premiership, you have to be clinical because the chances don't come as often. And I'm just speaking for my side, because I can see other sides have double-digit goal differences and they're scoring goals. It's purely down to the tactics you also use in game. If you guys are more scoring, attacking, have the ball 90% of the game, you're going to create more chances. But if you want to balance out, defend a bit and score, it's totally up to your side.
Yes. No, but also those teams that you're saying double digits. I know Bryce's teams in double digits now, but in the Premier League, the guys that are in double digits are the mostly experienced sides. Yeah, they know how to finish. And that's a big thing in the Premier. I find that as well. When you play at lower league and you come up, you create a lot of chances no disrespect to the Championship, but in the Premier League, if you create 2 chances, you must take those chances. Otherwise, you find yourself, you lose 5-2 and you think, how the hell did that happen? You know what I mean? And we've all been there and done that. So so I know, so Bryce was saying, we're creating chances, you should have taken more. I'm sure you got a whole season, Bryce, to get that right before you hit the Premier League, because obviously that's your goal, Bryce? Am I right? Correct. Come up.
No, definitely. The objective for the season is obviously promotion, like every other team, I'm sure. But I think for us, that's our objective. So yes, I mean, we can, as you guys are saying in the Prem, if you get one chance, you need to take it. So obviously the fact that we're creating is a good thing, but now we just need to work on our finishing and making sure we put it in the net. So when we do get to Prem, when we get that one chance, then we can take it.
Correct. And both of you guys, we spoke just before we came on live on the show about playing with any or playing. I know, Seba, you guys play with any. Okay. And I'll talk to Bryce on the other side spectrum of it. What's the pros of playing with an any, Seba?
I think the pros would be having the best player in your side, control the positions that you don't have full. Because sometimes AI will make a few mistakes. We learned that last year. From you actually learn it as you start playing pros. You see from the lower divisions, from 10 to 7, you see, okay, the AIs are a bit decent, but once you start playing more and more players, so some decisions the AI can't make for you. You're forced to clear the ball, or you press X and then they pass to the opposition, and then there's nothing you can do. Within any, obviously control the game better. You can slow it down, control the tempo, and
you find it works for you, yeah?
Yeah, it's been working. There's still a couple of decisions the captains in our side are gonna have to make, because we have a couple of captains on our side that make the critical decisions in the team, and then the more games we play as the weeks come by, we'll just have to see if Jordan has to control less players or not.
Okay. And how many guys you got in your squad at the moment when you play? You play what, 7, 6? What do you play with? How many?
Yeah, I'll play with 6 or 7, depending on who's had a bad game or not. I think that's what we've changed from last year. If you had a bad game, we have to sub you out for someone else. And it's quite tough because we're really close friends. We've known each other for about 5-6 years now. So it's quite tough to drop your players when you have to. But at the end of the day, they know how seriously we're taking this, and that we need to win games. So
yeah, I understand. And bring up the any, because a lot of guys are looking at our team's also looking at it a bit as well. With a squad of 14, sometimes we control the game better with any. Coach Bryce, you guys experienced that? You played with the any before?
Yeah, obviously days when some of our players can't make it, then we go with the any, and it's difficult for us to play with bots. I mean, if you're not in Division 1, your bots give you hell. They could. I mean, also the way we want to play as well is also important with our positioning and where the player needs to be on the field. Sometimes the bots, defending bots or attacking, I don't know what he's doing there, but he leaves us holes in defense. So for us, yeah, we do play with the any if we don't have our 10 players, but we prefer our 10 players. And then we still play with the any because of our style of play. So we need a goalkeeper to be one of our players as well. So yeah, I mean, it's very important.
When you play with an any, my side, we play with any. We make sure the front five are full. So it's just the defenders that he's controlling. Do you find it easier instead of, because any who's a very good foot player, which probably you guys have as well. Those are the best guys to play any. They can control, say, the back four or the midfield 2 or 3. They can't do more than that. You guys feel you do the same thing, or is your any that good he can play with 5 players open?
I think from my side, I don't like my any to be playing attacking. If he's a striker, it doesn't make sense for him to be playing another attacker, because it's difficult. Because now the runs we want the striker to make. You can't make those runs because the bot's not going to make it. So obviously that kills us in the way we want to play. So we try and shuffle the team around and make sure that our back line is solid, and then we see from there. If it means he's playing left back as an any, then so be it, and we just push someone forward. Yeah,
100%. Seba, you the same agree with that?
Yeah, it's the same tactics. As you mentioned, the boss can't make the runs you want to make. So an actual player has to be at least one of the strikers, because you can't control both strikers' runs and everything. And the any is we feel like the sole purpose is for defense, but it's quite, the more players you play against, it's quite tough, especially in FIFA 21 with the through balls that people spam behind. You have to have a couple fullbacks of your own just to isolate that threat from the through balls.
So you basically give the defense. That's what we were doing. How many guys do you have in the defense with the any? You'll have about maybe 2?
Well, we'll probably have 2, just the fullbacks, because you want someone fast. So if they do put those through balls in, someone can at least, if they can't stop it, they can at least stop the crosses into the box, and that will help out the any. Who only you just have to control the centre backs, which is quite easy.
Yeah, so track the runs and help out the any. Okay, so it's not rocket science. It's just nice to hear the guys talk the same language. You know what I mean? Obviously, the any, it varies on how good your any is, how good the foot player is. Which is, if you've got a good guy in your squad, then obviously you set A for away. Okay, let's go back to the league. So, Seba, tell me what your best result this far of the league so far is. Your best result and your worst result. So I'm looking at your logs. I see you guys have only lost 1 and drawn 1. What's your best result? Can you remember? As I look at your results for you.
I can remember. I think all, because I think last week was our best and worst week. Stuff we copped a 7-0 out, which was
I saw that.
It was quite tough to take. It left us. It was our second game of the week, so you can imagine going to that third game, everyone had to go get some water, freshen up, just relax, and say, hey guys, I know we took a beating, but we can't go into the last game feeling down, no?
Yeah. You won that last game, didn't you? You won that 5-2 or something, right?
Yeah, we won 5-2. We had to speak afterwards, because especially I think after the fifth goal, everyone was a bit quiet. We just got up, and we're not used to losing games, especially in Div 1. We always winning the league. We're like, okay, we're winning games. Now you cop a 7-0 out, and it's not a feeling you can get used to, or anyone's used to. So everyone was quiet, so we just had to speak and then get our spirits up. And then the next game, 5-2, which I think we scored a lot of goals, but I wouldn't say it was our best performance. So just I think lots of the 1-0s, 2-1s that we won, I think those were our best performances considering what was up for grabs.
100%. So your week was your best results, and the worst result was this week that just passed. I saw those results, and that's how we play. That's pro clubs. If you have a great week, it's like 2 wins and a draw. Like, you know, I mean, even 3 wins have been great. I mean, Coach B will tell me otherwise because they're smacking people in the championship there. Coach B, so what's your best result so far and your worst result? I can look at you looking at your table here. There is no worst result, but obviously you're going to name that draw. But you've won Definitely. 8 out of 9 and drew 1 with a goal difference of 17. So what is your best result thus far?
The best result is definitely going to be one against Optimus. I think they're still the league favorites. So taking that W from them was something that really pushed us. So I'll definitely give that as our best. The worst is gonna have to be the draw. I think because we were 2-0 up, we were controlling the game, and yeah, we just conceded 2 silly goals towards the end, and then we just couldn't bring it back. So I mean, that was one of our worst. But I mean, the seasons, we still got a long way to go in the season. So, you know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So we still got a lot of games to play.
100%. And I agree with you with the Artemis result. Also, and no disrespect to you, we don't know you guys yet, but now we're obviously getting to know you guys. Like we know 1, 2, 3, they can compete. We know they play well. But we're getting to know you guys, and then Artemis is a good test for you guys, and Renegade is also a good test for you guys. You guys beat them as well, correct?
Yeah, well, no, we haven't played them yet. The league. Yeah, we played it.
I'll be looking at that.
We played it with a lot of friendlies, so I think we're looking forward to that as well. But I mean, I think every game from here on out is going to be challenging. I mean, when you're on top, all the teams below you want to beat you. So we've just got to remain focused and keep pushing forward.
Okay, while we're talking about the logs and stuff like that, let's get the championship log up first there, Shermy, so we can have a look at that and see what the guys are doing here. So we can see who's the top 4. For now, only 9 games being played, obviously 3 weeks, thanks to the load shedding. We were at 4 weeks, but if you look at it there, as Coach Bryce, these boys on top there, 25 points. Like Artemis behind you, 24 points. And with that 1L, I hope Ken and the boys are watching from Artemis. I know them pretty well. So you need to revenge that match. And let me tell you something, they will come for you.
We're waiting for them. We're waiting for. I mean, look, at the moment now, we're on top. We can say we're the best. I mean, so whoever wants to come, we are and waiting. I mean, we're ready for any challenge.
Yeah, they tune at the bit. I can tell you now, they tune. I know those boys well. They tune at the bit for the game. Maybe, Jimmy, maybe we should stream that day.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. I think that's
100%. And then Cape Town Spurs are 3rd, and then Renegades are 4th. Then 7 Stars are 5th. So it's quite close to the top 25 to 5th spot is 22 points. The goal difference is quite good. Actually, 7 Stars and Renegades 27.
Renegades are a good goal difference. I mean, they're smashing teams. I think this week they won 9-0 or something like that.
Man,
10-0. I mean, these guys are scoring goals for fun.
Yeah. So, have you played Cape Town Spurs yet?
No, we haven't played them yet, and I think they're one of our dog horses. I don't know.
They came out of nowhere.
7 Stars. We also haven't played them, but we played them in a friendly. So I mean, that's why I say we still got a lot of tough games to play, and I mean, from here, every game is going to be tough.
Their goal difference is through the roof. Cape Town Spurs got 38 goals. Artemis also got 38 goals. That's.
I think for us, let's not rule out. I think our defensive game is pretty solid as well. I think last one someone made a point that we park a blue pass. I mean, we need to understand something. Football is made of 2 principles: attacking and defending. If we defend well, we call it parking the pass. But I mean, your attack needs to break through my defense. If I'm doing the job, I'm doing the job.
Yeah, the W at the end of the day that counts. That's all that counts.
That's all that counts. I mean, that's why you can see we got a 0 there, but a L. We doing well.
It's the equivalent of playing Call of Duty and camping. Hey man, a kill's a kill.
A kill's a kill. If
you call it camping, but it's killing. You know what I'm saying? You're getting the tags, protecting the flags.
You're winning, and that's what it's about. I mean, we want to go up.
If you look at the bottom of the log there for the championship, Ashira, obviously, Leipzig, Mayhem, Pass and Go are there as well. Cape Town All-Stars, VPG 20, they're new to the league as well. Pretoria also. So a lot of new teams learning, which is great. Yeah, Super Sport, new teams, which is nice to see.
I think all the new teams will also learn that a lot of them don't have a full team. So I think as they grow in the league, then they'll probably look at bringing new players in and obviously using them. So who knows what could happen by the end of the season? I mean,
100%. And there's very good tips. And the guys watching the show that on YouTube Pro Clubs, these are very good tips. You guys must listen. I mean, when we started BPG and we entered the Premier League, well, we qualified for the Premier League. We thought we could do it with 6-7. You know what I mean? And we lost how many? 8 games in a row. And then we realized, okay, it's too big for us. Let's get a bigger squad. Yeah, let's fill up all these spots because it takes a massive difference. Okay, let's go to the Premier League there. Let's have a look at the Premier League. 1, 2, 3 shooting. Let's not leave Saber out of it. Things, yeah. The big boys at the top. Have a look at that log there. See, yeah, you guys are second, eh? So, am I saying you guys? Look, it's a surprise. It is a surprise because I mean, looking at the teams there, I wouldn't have put you in the top 4. No disrespect. Top 5, top 6. I know you guys can play, maybe 7. But the guys you're not leaving at there, it's Ballers or 5th, Van Bus, and you look at Unleashed, you know what I mean, Crusaders, and that's what I like about this game. It can happen. All right.
Yeah, we'll be the first ones to tell you guys that we're not surprised because we know that we can play FIFA, but we're not surprised that that other teams have underestimated us because we are new. So we know that there's still a lot of games to play, a lot of teams that we still haven't faced that will want to beat us.
Yeah.
Not us. Not intentionally. Sorry.
Yes, no, you're right. You're right.
It's a dog-eat-dog world. Everyone wants to beat each other. Everyone wants to be at the top of the log.
After this show, they're definitely going to want to beat you.
That's what I'm trying my best not to make any enemies. Yeah, we're just going by because we know once a team is fired up, it's going to be tough to beat. So we know, especially the games coming up. I think we've got versing Crusaders up front on Wednesday, which should be tough because I did notice them last year. So we just have to stay prepared. We have been keeping a couple secret weapons. Just waiting for the games to come, and we'll just see if we're prepared for them.
So you got special tactics coming up, eh?
It's still early on, so
good. No, you know what? I love this stuff. Guys think people that don't know pro clubs, like they just go and play, get 11 guys together. There's so much involved. Like, you know what I mean? The details, the tactics, what you're going to do, how you're going to play, and approach different games with different styles. And looking at the log, anything surprise you? If you see the log there in front of you, anything surprise you? There are quite a few surprises. But what surprises you the most there? What team there are you surprised the most? It's where they are now.
Ballers.
Yeah, 100%. Ballers. But you know what? They've probably been focused on the African Champions League, and it probably took a lot of time for them away. I know they took a big loss that week. I don't know if they split their team or whatever, but I think they're focused.
I think in the same plate, I mean, can you blame them? I mean, playing in the CAF was a great achievement, and I mean they're a good team. They're a good team. So for them to get to the finals, I mean, it was motivational for us to know that hey, we can aspire to be at that level. So I mean, I know they're gonna, as I said, it's a long journey. So I know they're gonna turn it around and they're gonna come back. They're gonna come back.
And we've seen it. Like the good old saying, the cliche, the cream rises to the top. We've seen it every season, even in other leagues and other competitions. Unleashed at 7, you know, that's also quite a surprise. Another surprise. But Czechoslovakia, is that the one that gave you 7-0, Seba?
Yeah. Yeah, it was there. It was a really tough game, but you learn from it. Like everyone after the game, we watched the video of the game. We try to see what went wrong. And obviously, a lot went wrong. 7 mistakes equals 7 goals, and we just have to eliminate those mistakes and score from the opportunities that we missed.
So, like looking at your blog position now, where would you love to end at the end of the season? Which position would you realistically? Your team, where would you love to? Which position? Top 4, 3rd, 4th?
At the beginning of the season, we really didn't look at how the log's in the end. We really just said, okay, guys, we have to win games. We did notice in the beginning we weren't scoring goals, goal difference, and the only thing to eliminate that's if we win games. So realistically, if we end top 5, I wouldn't say we'd be happy, but obviously we would be happy, but we want to for the top. We know, especially in the Premiership, 1 bad week, 2 bad weeks in the bottom 3. That's how things can change that quickly. So we just have to stay positive, take it 1 game at a time, hopefully win as many games as we can.
Yeah.
if we can end each week with 6 out of 9 points or more, then that's a good week.
100%. And like I said, top 5 now, it's a continental competition. There's 2 competitions we've got running now, which is great. So that's nice. You know what I mean? And you'll have to obviously get your tactics right for that if you go for top 5. So it's something to play for, which is great. That's why we got these competitions. That's why VPG does these things. And there's more competitions coming to play against other teams on the continent. It's very exciting. It's a different world. And Ballers will tell you that. Unleashed will tell you that. Czechoslovakia, all those guys that have played there already will tell you that, which is great. Okay, so once we look through the logs now, and just look at the bottom there. So there's my team. We're the strongest team here, man. 13th. We're holding everybody up. Dropping Kings. Also, Bruno. We missed Bruno tonight. He normally is my co-pilot. So if you guys remember Bruno, he's got a little baby boy. So he's on daddy duty.
Oh, congratulations, man.
Yeah, he's on daddy duty. So that's where he is. And hopefully we can get him on the show. And when he's not on daddy duty. Because, you know, pro club takes most of your time. You've got to get the balance right.
Takes a lot of your time.
No, great. We're going to get to team of the week. Let's get to team of the week. More exciting stuff. And team of the week, once again, guys, the stats. How are you finding, Bryson? How are you finding putting your stats? You guys are new. Was it difficult in the beginning, or was it self-explanatory?
I think it was pretty self-explanatory. I mean, you ask for certain. You don't ask for everything, but you ask for certain things.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys did have questions about it, but I mean, to input it, it's easy.
Okay. 100%. And no, that's what we game for. That's how you get to pick your team of the week. And the guys mustn't be lazy, because I know there's so many good players out there. They don't put their stats in. And they don't make the team. And they're like, hey, I'm better than that guy, but you're not better than that guy because you haven't put your stats in.
Stats in. Yeah, sometimes
we go on the facts. The stats are the facts. Bottom line.
Some guys battle with admin, eh? Admin's a problem.
Yeah, well, it's a life skill. We teach you not only pro clubs. VPG will teach you life skills.
Definitely.
There you go. So if you get your stats in, you get recognized, you can put it in. I mean, I started doing it. The guys started doing it. It's easy. It's easy. Let's have a look at that the championship team of the week there. Let's get them up there. Show me. Let's have a look. My eyes. There we go. Okay, great. Yeah, I can see it. Okay, starting up front, we've got Moyne from Artemis. Okay, then on the left there, your wing or your LAM, shall I say, Big Nick Smith from Renegades. Am I right? And then Cam is your Cape Town. Let me see that.
It's Cape Town Spurs.
Cape Town Spurs, correct. Cape Town Spurs. And on your right, let me have a look at that. I'm older than you guys, so I've got to check my screens. Yeah. Have a look at these things.
Looking at us and charging our age.
I never said anything. This way, when Liverpool won the league before last year, I was 14.
Sure.
Think about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Been a long time. Okay, then we got Cam. We've got Brent from Cape Town Spurs, and then again Renegades, Mr. Lots on the Ram, Venom Ice from Artemis in the LDM, and then one of your boykies, Pele. You just said, he's the link.
I spoke about him.
Yeah, he's the link. He's made the RDM there, great. And your left back, Zion. We know Zion well. I played with him last season from Artemis. Mozamila from Artemis as well. For Wackers from Artemis. And the right back is Zali from Renegades. And then you've got your keeper there, Reese. See, a lot of Artemis players, as you said. So that win was really
good team. Very
good win for you
important
guys. Very important win for you guys. And that could be the big difference. We're going top in second, and promotion. That's 2 points in the bag.
We never know. Yeah. So we're hoping that next round we can do the same, but we've got to wait and see.
100%. And on the bench, you got Del Lino from Cape Town Spurs and Biotic Revamp. He plays a lot. And he's from, there we go, 7 stars. He must be the guy slotting all the goals. I think he is. And Congolas from Renegades. And the last guy on the bench is Easy Ragino. He's from Artemis. A lot of Artemis boys in there. Well done, your team of the week.
Artemis dominated this week.
What do you think of that team?
I think it's a very, very good team. I know Artemis and Renegades had a good week. I mean, if you look at their scores and the way they played, so it's a solid team. And as I said, nice to see one of my guys in there play, one of my important players. So I mean, a very solid team. I mean,
Seba, what do you think? What's your take on that, Seba? You see the team. What do you think of that team?
obviously you can see that Artemis, they've got quite a few players in there, and when you see their goal difference, you can see it's understandable.
Yeah.
But obviously, Galacticos, they only have one player in, but they've been playing amazing football. They haven't lost a game, which is good for them, because at the end of the day, I know from my side, as long as we win, we don't all care about the stats. Obviously, it's a bit nice if you end up in team of the week, but if you're winning games, that's the most important.
Correct. Correct. And that's a perfect example of Galacticos. So you guys say it's a team effort. You've been saying it since on the show since the beginning, and you mentioned you're one guy that holds you together, but you guys on top of the log. You know what I mean?
On top of the log. I mean, as last week, Renegades were on top of the log. They also didn't lose a game. So we're hoping we can change this bad luck that's on the podcast, because every captain that came on, they went to lose Wednesday. So we're hoping we can change things around now this Wednesday. So we just got to see how it goes.
So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell Shim to get the two teams above me on my team captains on. So I think he needs
to do that. Then maybe they lose and then you can climb. See?
Yeah. No, we got to do that, Shim. I've got to check the log here. We got it next week. We're going to have we check it. We're going to have Misfits and Baba Abu. Jeremy, make a note there, my man. Yeah, no. Let's get two. Maybe. Hey, we can split the screen 4 ways, man. We can have Misfits, Baba Abu, and Techers on here next week. You know what I mean? Let that the curse of the captains keep going. Okay, so nice, but that championship team would give the premiership team a run. Shima, are we going to do the premiership and championship teams matches again? I know there's a lot of pro clubs happening. Yeah, let's do this this week. Last week we did the same thing. Last season, we played the Premier League team of the week was the Championship Premier League, and it was tougher than you think. Yes, it was tougher than you think. I mean, the Championship guys, it was tight, 2-1. I think the biggest result there was a 3-1 win from the Premier League team. But yeah, let's get that game. We'll put it on the social media, and we'll get that going, and we'll stream that. We normally do it on a Sunday evening here, normally after the show. So maybe next week after the show, we'll do it again. Okay, cool. Now let's get to the Premier League team of the week. Let's have a look at that. Get that update actually. Okay, there we go. We got front shifty Crusaders, and on the left, well. 1, 2, 3 shooting. Nice. Justino from Ballers, Cam, Spongy. I like the way we put your gamer tag names in there, because the guys know you like that, which is nicer. And when you plan dropping, say this guy was team of the week and that type of thing. Spongy, he's from Baba Abu. That Baba Abu team plays well. And then you got the LDM is Josh from Zamalek, Hitch from Crusaders on the right, left back Reese. I think Reese is a permanent fixture there, left back. From Crusaders, and then Ziegler at LCB, Crusaders again, Dylan from Crusaders, and on the right back is Van Boes, Sketchy Cody they call him. He's on the right back. King Yudish, the goalkeeper there. Last year we did it when we had team of the week for championship. There was never a goalie. Just shows you how it's going. Just shows you how things have evolved. Guys have realized, hey, I can make team of the week. And I can play goalie, but goalie isn't really. I take my head off to guys who want to play goalie. I mean, yes, it's pressure.
That's an odd. That's an odd.
Yeah. Look, it is. We hear Shirley in the background whispering in our ear. Seba, like, if anyone wants to play goalie, like focus on goalie. You could go further. You could go further in the top team, because there's always goalies needed. Every other positions, you got 6, 7 players who are top. But goalies, like maybe 2 or 3. And those guys are starting out. If you're brave enough to play goalie and find it fun, then you never know. You can make and you can make it.
I don't know about finding it fun.
You find it fun to find. Well, you've got to have good guys in front of you.
Yeah, you've got to have good guys in front of you, because that's a stressful job.
Yeah, 100%. Let's look at the bench here for the Premier League team. It's Zahir from Techers, Cape Town, and 2 Techers boys on the bench there. Enzo, and then Queen from Sabres. Talking about Sabres, we've got joining us in the VPG team, should I say, is Boza. You guys know him, Boza. It's Brendan Morgan. He'll be joining the VPG team from this week onwards, helping us with all the admin and answering your questions and obviously doing the disputes and stuff like that. Just remember, there's about 3-4 of us that do this. So it's a lot of work. We love it. There's a lot of work. So we're getting 1 or 2 more guys in the team so we can answer your questions quicker. And we all have day jobs during the day. I mean, Shirley's the only one who gets paid 50 G's a month to do this. The rest of us just do it for the love of pro clubs. Don't let him fool you. Don't let him fool you.
We appreciate him, and the work you guys do is a lot. Admin's not easy. I mean, to run a league definitely can't be easy. So we really appreciate what you guys are doing.
I enjoy it. I enjoy the stats type of things. I enjoy looking at the logs and then changing things. And you managers, you managers. And then obviously Queen, don't forget Queen. We're on Queen B. Sabres, they're on the bench. And then, what do you say then? Ennis from Zamalek on the bench. He's probably going to shoot me, that guy, because those Zamalek guys they play like Stoke City football sometimes. It's full on aggression. We love that.
They're very aggressive.
No, we love it. You know, it's almost like they make up. Everybody knows their style, and that's their character. And when you play them, they go for it, and everything they do. And it's nice. It's nice. That's their MO. Seba, you also feel it's nice. What's your type of MO? What would you like to think people to think about you when your team plays? Like 1, 2, 3 shooting. They're counter-attacking team. Or Seba, what do you think? What do you want people to think about your side?
We really don't care what other people think, as long as they know. If they get us,
so you're going to go with we don't care. Great stuff.
At the end of the day, like it was mentioned before, a win is a win. We hate parking the bus. I think when people play against us, they'll know that we normally don't park the bus. So we'll give them a game. We're not going to sit back. If we go ahead, and if we go behind, we're going to chase it. It's just, we're always fighting.
Well, I'm going to tag. Well, we're going to give you the we don't care tag and see how that goes. We don't care who we play. And then Coach B, we're going to give you guys the fun tag, because your social media is social media is awesome. That's a lot of fun. I watch you guys laugh. We want to end up laughing. It's a lot of fun.
Man, I think as I said, we've got amazing guys there. And I mean, they bring the vibe. They make sure everyone's having a good time. I mean, the banter's on another level. And I mean, in the same way it's banter, it helps the guys to actually improve their game, because we obviously, what we do, we watch the games, we send clips, we analyze our games, we see how can we get better, or how can we improve. And when we pick up something that someone's not doing, or they keep doing the same thing, then we banter them on it, and somehow we just enjoy it. It's a good time.
100%. Like I said, you bring in, so we'll give you the fun tag, and then obviously 1, 2, 3 shooting, we don't care. That's why you make a banner now, Seba. We don't care. Well, that brings us to the end of the show, guys. I know we don't want to run into Ronnie's just messaged me now. He doesn't run into his Love Island time. He wants to watch Love Island. Old Ronnie. He watches the show religiously. So 8:45. It's been great having you guys on the show. It'll be nice to see what happens at the end of the season. And keep doing what you're doing. Like you're growing the game. It's great. Really lots of fun. Thanks. Thank you for joining us, guys. Until next week.
Thank you.